Hello. I think the stream is up. You can hear my voice. Okay. Yeah, you should be hearing my voice only once now. I was testing with my microphone in the previous streams. I observed that there is a lot of crackling sound and my voice was getting disconnected. So I stopped using RTX voice and started using some OBS filter. It looked fine for me. So let me just confirm how does it look for others. This is my bad. I'm still getting that same audio. So if you guys also getting that same static noise, I think I'll switch back to RTX voice. I guess it's totally fine. Let me see what am I using in the microphone. The problem is not with here, it's with the processing what's happening. I honestly don't see NVIDIA. I'm waiting for one last minute. So things are working as expected for other projects. Make.com, that thing is working fine. Currently, this is what my plan is after posting reels. Got a like. Okay, I finally have NVIDIA voice now, so let me disable these filters. I'm still working on those. 1 second. My lighting is totally screwed. So how is my audio now? It should be good. If it's not good, then let me see what I can do later on. Yeah, okay. So things are up. Thanks for the like, guys. I'll be back 1 minute. Okay, things are looking good. Yep, so far so good. I think it's too bright coming from the window. Do you guys want me to... Is the spam back? Vignesh, welcome back, Vignesh. Welcome back. So for today's stream, this is what I'm going to do. My automation is working fine. The deployment worked fine. I am able to deploy with just 2 commands to my other PC. So things are working as expected, but there is one problem. In Instagram, I just realized that I cannot post caption links. So inside captions, if I post links, those will be just straightforward text. The other alternate is, I think someone's spamming likes. Whoever is doing that, please don't do that. Login. Oh, I'm getting annoyed. I'm going to disable those write commands and as of now. Those speak commands of stuff would work fine as expected. Log in with my email. Come on. Okay, cool. Active scenarios 1, operations. These are the ones I had in the past. It was working fine. Unused operations. I have 1,000 operations per month. That should be fine, I guess. Reset June 17th. Okay. So that just for testing, I did these many. What is the pricing for this? If it's going to be too expensive, I can just write my own thing. Fine. All right. So it is code. I open these obviously. And then, in the same server, I think I can probably write it. So it's going to be fine. What is the thing called Instagram? Instagram comment, DM reply, something like that. Yeah, this is the one I wanted. Mini chat. Let's see. Get started with across basics to encourage up to 100 contacts free of charge. For now, I will try this, but if I feel like this is exceeding, then I think that's the right time to write my own API. We can use the Facebook's business account. They will be giving all the APIs which are needed. We can just choose one from it.
So Too Iconic says, oh wow, does it really work?
Yeah, it does work. It does work. And it's hosted as well. So let's see. mhds.blazingBane.com. So this website is currently hosted and we can see all the deals working fine. Then what is the issue? I just realized in Instagram, we cannot do this. This is my profile, which I believe to be, I will use. So I think I deleted it. So you see this? I just realized that if I post links like this, users cannot really click it. So that means they have to press. The only way I found is the traditional way is to just they press deal and they can basically get the links in their DMs. That's the only way I see it. I thought comments would work fine, but even that is not giving the clickable links. So basically of no use. That's the point. This was automated, completely automated, by the way. I just posted them the link, information, image, price, and it created a reel and it also uploaded to Instagram right away. And I have error proof so that if anything happens, I get the intimation that something broke. So in order to fix this, the only possible way is users would link something like DM or something, and I have to write it myself. So there is one tool, which is this mini chat, a lot famous. Access manage comments. Yeah, I love. If this exceeds my expectations, or sorry, exceeds my usage, and I had to pay, I would write my own API, which is basically it's not too complicated actually. I don't have skip. Come on, dude. Yeah, let's take that one. How do you plan? Can I skip these?
So 2 iconic says, so you will add a particular ID to a reel, and if someone diss you that ID, your bot will give the link.
Well, that's the idea, but I don't have that personal ID. So imagine this. Someone is commenting on the Instagram platform. I don't have any control on that platform. I just made a quick glance into the business Meta Business API. I figured out that whatever the figure comes in, it gives some indication that this particular reel is from this particular comment is from this reel. How do I know that's the reel? I will get post ID. And so for some, obviously, I'm saving all the post IDs myself from the make.com. I think the trick is.
Harish says, hello.
Welcome to the stream. So what I realized is I have the post ID myself, and Facebook is also giving me, or the API is giving me the post ID. I can match it and see what post it is and then send those affiliate links. That's the idea. But currently I don't want to develop this API as of now. I would want to use this so that I can just make it work and see if I really need to develop an API or not. Sounds good? Sounds good. Try to use the free tools, automate route interactions now. Just skip it, dude. Okay, let's read. Increase follower. Okay, automate route interactions, boost audience, and yeah, let's skip it. E-commerce platform. Yeah, let's see. Stop. Thank you. So automation. Yeah, this is the one I saw, which says auto DM links from comments. Basically, this is the one I need. So show all. So for this
So 2
specific reel,
iconic says, I will come in a jiffy.
the idea is simple. Post comments. What's the good way to go about GoLang? I have gone through the Go docs, need something complex, and to see how Go projects are structured: web servers, command line, application, etc. Honestly, I prefer my own structure in this way. So I have routes, temple, views. Views is no longer used, so we can happily delete it. So temp is just the output. Temples are the temple files. So I have the main function outside. Some people have it inside, app underscore main, but I don't really do that. But this is the main function, and it will stay in the root, so that my main.exe file would also be generated inside the root. What's the problem here? It will be easy to trigger the exe file as if I have less directories or less trees. And then we have the database directly inside the root. And routes, this is one. API Go will have all the routes. It will have all the routes, but all the functionalities will be written in particular files. So let's say deals, delete deal. These are inside deals.go. And then there comes make. So whatever I'm using from make.com, the APIs will also come from there. It will be inside make endpoints. And then comes media, like getting the deal, getting the reel. So things like that. I don't know how others would do it, but I find it interesting. And then comes the internals. Those are not really routes, but these are functions which will be used throughout different, basically. But there is one difference. We can see the deals. This API would also have the structs. So whatever the structs are, yeah, MVC, yes. This is what I would use, but this is just for framework. But I don't know how things will be done for an API. API would obviously have a different approach, but I would still follow the same. Internals will have common functions like database, utility files like fetching from a file and saving from a file. As of now, I didn't do much from files, but previously this is what I would do. I would write one function for also that fetching a file. It will have all the if conditions, error handling, error messages will have that one function, and that will be used by all the APIs. And all the APIs will have its individual files. I think this is fine. I'm used to this. I understand where my code is. It's fine. Public will obviously have public stuff. Yeah. So I haven't done any CLIs myself. I only done one, but I mostly use batch, BAT. At work, I have 3 batch scripts. One is to log in my SSO into AWS. The other one is to, as a developer, we use a lot of, we insert bad data into databases while testing. So every morning, I open my batch script and it notes whatever. So for a quick example, this is what I do. So every day I log in, I use the first batch script to do the SSO. It's written in bat files. And the second one is I will start it and it stays active all day, and it will save all my IDs of the documents, of the reserves, of basically the database objects which I generated and saved in the database. It will record all those IDs, and at the end, it will delete all those IDs from database. Why? So that I don't have bad data inside the database. These are all testing data. And the third script is timesheets. I find it very lazy to fill my timesheets manually. It would take 1 to 2 minutes, but I spend almost 6 hours to write this batch script so that it can save those 2 to 3 minutes every day. So what it does, it would just open up my browser. It would fill all my timesheets. You would write any message. Okay, I worked with this today. How does it get those information? We use Jira at work, and Jira has in the top row, it has all the IDs of the task which you currently today you have interacted with. Not sure, it's not the right indication that you have worked with it, but you have interacted with it. So it would just take up all those ticket links and paste it in the timesheet. It does take time to build all this, but honestly, it's better to do it manually instead, but it's a convenience. When I just have to log out, I would just start the script and walk away. I have that much trust that it would just work. Interesting. And as today I'm using a standing desk. As you can see, this is my chair. I'm not sitting, I'm standing. Yeah, I have a thing for automation, Harish. I just enjoy it. I feel happy. But those 5 hours was not actually easy. I was doing it while I was in meetings, or meetings sometimes they are important, sometimes they are not really that important, or not important for you. I would just write this. Thanks for the like. The main problem was this. I find it really tedious to do that every day, but it would be faster to do it manually every day, to write like 5 to 6 hours. Okay, that's my batch script. So I just enjoy automation. I don't really follow industry standards unless I'm building a business, but for personal users, I try to keep it as simple as possible. I don't think anyone would use batch scripts for this, but I would use it. It works fine. I don't really have any peer pressure to follow certain things on what others are using. I would still refer to what others are trying to use. Maybe there is a better structure than this. I would refer to that and see if that really makes any sense. But if back at work, I would obviously not do things in my way. I would do things in the teams or whatever the project already has a structure. I would just stick to them. But for personal project, I keep it simple. I hope I answered the question. So yeah, for the batch, I could have written obviously a CLI, but it's too complicated to write a CLI for that. A batch script would be easy. How to always have new ideas to work on apart from standard CRUD or apps? Everything actually is everything needs if you try to solve something which you find it tedious. That's how basically I started it. If I'm doing something every day, I would just try to automate it. And then comes this, just an idea. How can I automate this? How can I do this? How can I do this? I'm streaming, so I get these ideas that what if I can give more control to my viewers. That was the initial idea. That's not dependent on programming or anything. That's the idea of a YouTuber. I don't really call myself a YouTuber, but you get the point. So let's say your profession is, let's say you're a gardener, okay? You deal with everyday things, and then you ask yourself, how can I automate this? How can I do it better? How can I find an easier tool? So that you can get more ideas and write it. There is one thing which I find I would like to automate in my work PC as well, but that is not really a code operation. It saves me time, which is time tracking. I tried to do it, but it's taking way too long. Karim Lala, welcome, bro. Karim Lala is back. Long time no see. So yeah, how to get ideas? It's, you have to get. I don't know how I get ideas, but yeah, that's just how it is. So back at work, I have this one more challenge, but I'm not currently doing it, which is this. So back at work, this is what I'm supposed to do. Let's say there is a task, and I have to write down how many hours I have spent on that task. So let's say 2 hours. There is another task like 4 hours. There is another task like 2 hours. So total 8 hours. All right. As of now, this is what I'm doing. I have a notepad. So whatever the task ID I just say start this ID. Let's say 236. And let's say I have started another task at 2 p.m. I will write start 246 something. And then I'll, let's say I have at 4 p.m. I have started another task. I would say 330, 322. I would then send it to ChatGPT and say how many hours I've spent for each task. So start, let's say I have written 9 a.m. here. 9 a.m. and at 11 a.m. I have done this. At 4 p.m. I have done this. So it would give me accurate hours. Like, okay, from here to here, it's 4 hours, you have worked on this task. From here to here, it's 6 hours, you have worked on this task. I could have automated this, but I felt this is a lot easier. It would only take me 30 seconds. While the other batch scripts were running, I can just do this one thing manually. So there is a trade-off. Not everything can be done. I think it should be a little bit right. Okay. Yeah, that feels good. I'm just yapping, don't I? Okay, let's get back to basic. Yeah, this is the one, so I don't need these close. Okay, so for a given post, any post on a reel, no, show all. So yeah, for this one, next. Yeah, for example, link, yes, next. So this is send me the link. What? On opening a DM, what does it mean? Opening a DM starts the conversation and is used by the creators to boost engagement. By clicking the button, what you're opening a DM start? By clicking the button in your opening DM, people enable two-way conversations with you. It will allows you to do so much more than sending a link with an automation. Send a follow-up, re-engage every lead that didn't click on a link yet. Grow your followers, collect emails. I got a like. Thank you so much for the like. I don't know, it's fine. Okay. Is there any way? I have 5 likes. Probably I lost a like. Button label. I would need multiple links. So free contact links is 1,000. View pricing. What is the price for this? $15 a month. So What is this difference between this? I think it's better to just do it manually if I exceed the 1000 limits. We'll see. So far, these are the ones I need, and for the links, I can just get it from. I thought I have to manually post all these links. I think it's better to automate this thing as well. Well, let's go ChatGPT. Can I build my own make chat? What is their website name? Mini chat, sorry. On mini chat. Expectations. How can I do that? Users will post link in comments, and then I will have to reply them on DM with links, and the link needs to be dynamically populated, as each post will have separate links. So yes, you can build your own make, especially for the use case you described, automatically DM users with custom links within a post. Okay. Tools, Meta, Facebook Graph API, Webhook Listener. Okay, that's fine. Database and Facebook app configuration. DMing users automatically requires the user to have interacted with your page recently. Facebook restricts automated DM outside of 24 hours window unless this is totally free, right? Can I get any indication that a user has commented on a particular reel so that I can respond with right links for that reel? Webhook your web server link. Okay, if you hit rate limits, okay, that's fine. Can you detect comments on a particular reel? The short answer is yes, with caveats. Here is what you need to know. Comments on Instagram Reels, comments on Facebook Reels. Forget Facebook. Just care about Instagram. What's happening with my typing? Can this be done with Instagram? Yes, you can. Know exactly which reel the comment was on. Respond with a DM to that user. Customize the message dynamically based on the reel ID. Important, you cannot send DMs to someone who has only commented unless they message you before. Thanks for the like, guys. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Whoever liked my stream, let me know. I didn't understand that. You cannot send. You cannot send a DM to someone who has only commented. Workaround. In your auto comment reply, ask them to send you a keyword in DM. Oh, what's happening? Elaborate more, please. Absolutely. This is the key restriction that often surprises developers and marketing building Instagram automation. Here is the detailed plain English explanation of Instagram DM rules enforced by Meta, formerly Facebook. Why you can't DM people who just comment? Meta, Facebook user protects user privacy by limiting how brands can engage users directly. That means if someone comments on a post or reel, that does not count as a permission to message them. Okay, also not enough. So what they have to do is you can message a user only if one of the following happens. They DM you first, they reply your story, they tap a send message CTA button on a post or story business account. What is that? They click a get started button on your automated DM bot. Why would that be? Did I say something? I have no idea. Instagram 24 hours messaging window rule. Once a user messages you, a 24 hours timer starts. During that time, you can message them freely via the API. Once 24 hours passes, you cannot message them anymore unless they re-engage. Okay. So what does it work? Why does it work? Tools like ManyChat work by replying to comments publicly as a comment or story mention. What? Asking the user to send a DM or click the CTA. Wait a minute. Can I click this? Can I send links as a reply? But I do not think they will be clickable. You can reply with a link, but Instagram does not make links clickable in the comments or the comments reply. Okay. I don't need why it does. Try to use this anyways. Let's click about here's public comment plus DM prompt. Thanks for your comment. DM us the word link and we will send it to you. This is not workable. Yeah, best practice. Use comment replies to nudge users into your DM where you can track responses. You can use clickable links. You can stay compliant with users' message policy. Cool, but how can I? Okay, cool. But there is a catch. Let's say user DM me with link. If user send link, how can I know which reel they want the links for? I think they can understand it. This is a code challenge. You are 100% right to the problem. Okay. Not the proper one. It's good. For tip, use a timeout when storing last. Yeah, that's not good. Sense. Thanks for the like, guys. How many likes do I have? I think I need to write a maybe just like a small script to know that how many likes do I have. Oh, I have 6, probably 5. So someone just disliked and liked. This guy disliked and liked. So do you see a challenge here, Harish? So just because user has commented on my reel, I cannot DM them. Oh, it's me. So yeah, I cannot DM them. So that means they need to do something else. either they have to DM me first, or if they DM me first, how can I know? I think that's better. For each reel, I will be just making a unique number like link 1, link 2, link 3, link 4. And whatever the link they send me, I will reply them with those links. As simple as that. Cool. Now, okay. They will reply, they will DM me with link 1 or link 2, and I will send the corresponding link. Fine. Now, how can I reply the comments? Is it free and possible?
Iconic of Savar Joy says, I am back.
Iconic, welcome back, bro. Welcome back. If someone comments on my reel, and I have to tell them, you have to DM me the link. You have to DM me link. Okay, let's see. Perfect. You got a solid plan now. Let's walk through how to handle the last piece. Automatically replying to the comments on Instagram Reels, telling users to DM you with something like link 1. What you want? Can you automatically reply to Instagram comments? Yes. It is possible.
Iconic of Savar Joy says, your background looks a bit cleaner.
Well, I'm just standing. So the chair is still here. This is the chair. I'll show it to you. It should be going down now. Does it still look clean? That's my bed. That's my iPad. This is my eye patch, whatever you call it, so that I don't get this sunlight. That's my laptop. That's my gaming phone. This is my main phone. I'll raise it up now. I had to hold it? Probably. I can see your chat. You're talking about that picture? Nice one. Thank you. Thank you. It's pretty minimal. I just go, that's what? A bed and a mattress. These. I normally, so I go back to sleep at 12, but for some reason, if I didn't play a game every day, I would feel bad. So that's my gaming phone. I take that phone and just play a match of PUBG or something. And that's my iPad where I brainstorm. So I just take a pencil. Yes, yesterday I was brainstorming this. So I would just draw, okay, this is my server, this is my server. And eventually I will get sleep. What is the next? The Chromebook. So that is, yes, I still play PUBG. So that Chromebook basically has my entire BlazingBane accounts, email, YouTube section, my other websites. So I can just sit, I can write blogs. That's what I basically use that for. I call it an e-waste because that's a Chromebook. So what else? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I still play PUBG with friends. Yeah, it's fine. It's fun. The game is totally ruined, but it's fun. Yeah, Instagram business account and Meta framework developer app. Add a Instagram Graph API. Required permission. Okay. Webhook to detect comments. Set up a webhook listener to capture new comments. When a user comments a reel, your webhook gets notified with comment ID, reel, media ID, and user ID. I'm missing the standard error angle. Well, there is something which we can't really control. So I don't really like PUBG. I just like playing with friends. If there is no one to play with, I'm not going to play that game. There's a difference. If I really want to play alone, I would just turn on my PC and play Battlefield, because I can play that game alone. Battlefield, Rainbow Six, those are my primary games. But if I want to have some fun with friends, jokes, you know how it is. So that's when I play that game. But if I have no one, there is no way I'm going to play that game. So this is what I get. You would need to go through the app review to use this on a real user account beyond your own developer account, but even that is free. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. So should we use this? For now, I will start using this and an opening DM. Basically start using this, and then I will post the links here for now. But eventually when time comes, I will develop my own API webhook, and that should be totally free. I can just abandon this site. And even for make.com, I am 100% sure I can do the same thing which is what make.com is doing, even for free. So that's fine. So I think I'm in a good hands as of now. So let's start working with this and we'll see where it goes. Okay, DM the link. How can I get all those links? So that means I need to write another thing now. Okay, no problem. Let's do that first. Here, let's go to React and make a website for myself. The architecture is this. There are two websites. The one with GoLang fiber and the other one is the React. React is what only I would use. And whatever the users are going to use, that will be just server-side rendered. There is no way. I'm getting a call. 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's go. So what was I talking about? So yeah, let's work on my React so that I can get all my links. That is it. Python frontend, cool. npm run dev. So this will have another route now which says pipelines, and inside these I would basically get all deals and have a hash set of something like that. Okay. Use effect. The brightness is really low. Either I have to. Is it fine if I open that window or should I close it? Come on. I don't know which button to press. This one? Yeah. This one, and increase. It's fine. Okay. I'm just trying to increase the brightness. I can't really see it. So normally I would stream at nights. Console log pipeline. Let's try catch, and it will. Oh no. Yeah, this is fine. It's already bright. Yeah, that's the thing. I would like to close it because I couldn't see my screen. Normally I stream at nights and this brightness would be fine, but hey, that's a different thing. I would also work in the same, but I would be able to see. Oh, probably I would be sitting like this, and for some reason, yeah, it looks fine now. But the moment I stand up and see straight, I can see the shine from my window. That's fine. I can just, yeah, this is fine. So try catch. What does it do? Get the all deals and populate the files, I guess. I can write a state management. That's a different story. I would, as of now, this is my mindset. I would write the core components first, then optimize later, so that I can just keep it working. And this is just, yes, it's a React router. I'm keeping it pretty basic. I would use Jotai for state management if I really need it, but it's my own API. It's fine. But yeah, this is wonderful. It's just super. I'm starting to, I think it's going to get rainy today. There are a lot of black clouds. It's going to be rainy weekend. So yeah, get all deals. And what else? This is one more thing I would do in front ends. I would write constants dot, or else something like this, constants in the file. I'll name it as utils. I know this is a bad approach, controversy, but yeah. What is the spelling? Constants. Yes, yeah. Const API URL is this, and it should be amaze. For now, let's use API. I don't know what is the port number. It should be 3000, I guess. There should be comment something like that. Yeah, it's 3000. Cool. Localhost 3000. Love the homepage, giving me Notion vibes. Which homepage? Is the deals or my BlazingBane.com? Can you give me a review on a feedback about roadmap? I have done HTML, CSS fully like advanced. I will learn JavaScript, Node and Express, MongoDB, Postgres, then React. Wonderful. It's a good roadmap, yeah. Oh yeah, Jotai feels fine. Yeah. Documentation is also good. It's a pretty simple state management. They kept it as simple as possible. All you need is this is it. Imagine you have a library and all the options can be just fit into one model. It's impossible for all other things, but that means they kept it as simple as possible because they didn't write a lot of predefined functions. They wrote utilities, and using those, you can write those predefined functions. So that's why they didn't write, and they kept it really simple. Yes, atomic, yeah, use atom. Man, once I started using it, I enjoy it. So iconic, yeah, whatever you're doing is perfectly fine, yes. Oh, my bad. How many likes do I have? I think I have to write like a likes comment. Let's open tasks and save it somewhere so that eventually I will do it. My tasks, and then get likes and voice activation. Oh, thank you, iconic. But if you say 7, that means I actually have just 6 likes. I'm streaming at the right time. I expected people to join. It's fine. It's fine. Something is better than nothing, I guess. So yeah, constant. This is a URL. What is this? Okay. 6. I see only 6. Range. Export, and then this will be used all the way here. So I'm just writing a basic fetch. It's fine. API URL plus. Does it have this? No. What is the URL type for API in order to get all deals? Public routes API. Zoom in. This one. Oh, it's fine. I can get used to this. So get deals. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, and I will go and write these. Normally, write an enum. Type enum API endpoints. Get all deals. That should be that. Okay, I'm going to ignore all these. I can't see anything. I hope you can see it now. So welcome to my channel, BlazingBane. The Relangi Mama is my bot. You're free to ask anything, and I can give you a quick walkthrough, but I'll let you explore those things. API URL plus deals. Yeah, that seems fine. And then export enum types. What's wrong? I think I forgot how to write enums in Typescript enums. How do I write? Hey, hurry. Harish and Harish, are you guys two different people? Oh, sorry, it's Harsh, not Harish. So I blame these. I blame these. Welcome to the stream, Harsh. So sorry, that's Harsh. Yeah, my bad. Dude, this is how I see. And I don't really have a time to spell your guys' name, so I just have a rough look. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Hello, icon. So that means you guys are already known to each other, I guess. Anyways, all of you guys, welcome to the stream. I got few new people today, so celebrate. Two basics. We don't know it. Oh, I thought you guys are friends or something like that. Yeah, never mind. That's what I'm doing, yeah. Oh, I don't have to. Well, let's maintain a JSON. It's fine. Const API endpoints. Okay, this is totally fine. Totally fine. I don't really need enums. Yeah, endpoints. And now I have to write get all. Let's write endpoints. I'm not going to use API anyways, so that should be fine. I don't have to write API endpoints. So I need to keep it simple. Get all deals, and it will have API endpoints and then deals, I guess. Should be deals, yes. So this is the only one I'm using as of now. So let's keep it simple. Pipeline, this shouldn't be imported, and it will have endpoints dot get all deals. That's it. Okay, all the new people. To give you a quick walkthrough, Relangimama is my bot. You can use speak command. You can control what appears on my face. If you like, something's going to happen. If you dislike, something's going to happen. If you want to know all the commands, you can just write exclamation CMD and it will give you a link. You can use Spider-Man. You can ask for my socials and exclamation X, exclamation.
Gaming Keats like says, consistency bolty.
I'm trying to be consistent. I'm really trying to be consistent. Your AI is better than Copilot. Copilot will never edit in between the lines. Yeah, Relangimama is my own bot. Now I reached 10 likes, finally. She's happy. So what the problem with my consistency is, I would overthink before starting the stream. So I would go to my Canva and then what is it? I would say my Canva and I will just see.
Gaming Keats says, bro, system design for Webflow.
It's so I just did this thumbnail today and I was trying to overthink, but this is what I use. I use this hybrid timer. If you guys also have the same problem where you spend too much time trying to make things
Gaming Keats says, load balancer.
Oh, load balancer.
What is it?
I'll come to that. So I use this timer, hybrid. Show my face. And again, all those new people, you can, what is called, if you want to see my face, just type exclamation face. If you want to see the screen, just say exclamation screen. If I forgot to switch. So this is the application I use, hybrid timer. And I would just set like a timer. Every 2 minutes, it's going to remind me that you have spent 2 minutes so that I can be productive and like rust. Okay, so that's how you basically use it. I like this thumbnail. It looks good. It's already in screen, so it's fine. If you want to see my face, then type exclamation face. So let's go to the basics. So let's answer some questions. Creotov. I'm going to call you Creatov. Creatov, I guess that's fine. So yeah,
Iconic of Savar Joy says, also why is Linux?
I'll tell you that. So creative, yeah, that's my bot, Relangimama. It's handled by GoLang and Typescript. And then can be Creo. Creo is wonderful. Creo is good. Yeah, Creo is good. And then gaming kits, load balancer. What is load balancer? It's nothing but this. Xcolor. Let's say you have an API. Okay. So you just imagine that you have only one API and everyone is visiting the same API. Perfectly the same API, and it's doing its best. It's responding with all the things users wanted. But it can only handle, let's say, theoretically like 7,000 requests in an hour. But what if it has 1,000 requests in an hour? Maybe you are setting a deal, maybe you are doing something in your website and a lot of people are visiting. So the one way is to obviously buy a bigger PC or a computer which handles it. That's one way, which is called as horizontal or vertical load balancing. There are two ways, but I don't really know the definitions of it, but this is how it works. So one way is, this is the older API, which is big. But basically they will write and they will have a clones of another API. So something like this. So now the two APIs will basically, they are identical. They are the same APIs. It's just, oh, I had the specs command. I have a 3080. So what does it do is, there will be on top of a load balancer here. Load balancer can be anything. It can be your own program. It can be Nginx. It can be a reverse proxy load balancing. Let's consider it as an Nginx as of now. There are different tools. CPU, it's an i5 13600K and RAM is 32 gigs. I have used all my 4 slots. It's a fast PC. It's fine. So let's talk. There are different Nginx load balancer. You can use Docker. You can use Kubernetes. You can use. So let's keep it simple. Load balancer, what it does, it just analyzes how many people are visiting your things, and it would just split those load into whatever conditions you have given. So let's say it's a read request, that will be split, that will be sent to another API. If it's a write request, that will be sent to another API. So those rules are depending on you. So it's flexible. There is no strict conditions. Let's say you have 3 different aspects in your application. One is for deals, other one is for YouTube. If both are written in the same API, and that means every request will be come to that API. But if in case you can split all deals to be sent to that API and all YouTube will be set to that API, that's called load balancing. So the complex version of this is we can use Docker or containerization, Kubernetes, what it does. So let's say you are only getting 10 requests per minute. So you don't really need load balancing. For that, all you need is a single API. But you know that in a coming 1 hour, there is some event you are going to do. That means you can expect 12,000 requests per an hour. So what Kubernetes does is, it would just replicate all these APIs. You can set how many that does. It's a little bit complex, but it will just replicate it. If you're getting like 100 requests in a second, it would just make clones of all those APIs and it would just balance the load. And once the requests go down, and it will kill all those remaining containers. So load balancing is a wonderful thing which happened to software engineering, but corporates try to make it a little bit more complicated. So load balancing was not new. It was there for 20 to 30 years before. So previously, this is what they would do. There is an API which cannot handle 1,000. They would rent out computers before. They would rent out real hardwares to run their APIs in their computers. And they would split the request using IP addresses or server IDs, so that all these server requests will be going to that computer and all these requests will be going to that computer. So that's how people did it before cloud. But after the cloud, everything will be handled by them. They will just spin up more Docker containers, or they will just decrease the containers. This is just a walkthrough or a top level instructions. For a hobby project, you can try using reverse proxies or caddy or Nginx to learn how load balancing works. You can write your own rules. There is another there is something called geo load balancing, where there will be a separate server for India, separate server for America, and whatever the server request comes from India will be not routed to US servers, so that it can have its own load balancing. So I guess you guys,
Gaming Keats says, thanks bro, client and server mad high low.
Thanks. Client and server madhyalo, client and server madhyalo ఉన్న load balancing etla, what is the application? That is important. Whatever I just said is also client and server. You don't like it? Oh, which laptop? This is a PC. It's a PC custom build 3080. I have these many drives, these many...
Gaming Keats says, API related whatever you said.
Yes. Client and server is all... Are you talking about front end? API is all client and server. Gaming Keats, frame your question one more time. Give me an example of what scenario you're talking about so that I can understand. For front end, there isn't much load balancing. Server and client itself is backend. It's
Gaming Keats says, I got it bro, whatever you said is what I want.
Oh. If you're happy, I'm fine. If you understand, I'm fine. But if you want more, there is, I didn't really save it in my bookmarks, but there is a blog post, which is a really big blog post. But if you can read it, it will have the basics of load balancing of different types based on different conditions. Oh, I'm not funny dead. Welcome to the stream. I'll be dead honest. I have no shame in admitting that I have no skills in hacking. So I just don't know.
Gaming Keats says, only Docker and Kubernetes.
Yes.
Can we build our own load balancer?
Yes, we can. If you are using container-based deployments, so let's say each API is sitting in a container, then obviously Docker and Kubernetes is needed. But if not, then we would need a different approach. So this is what I did. There is a tool called PM2, if you're aware of it. This is an advanced production process manager for Node. This is a real world example, which what I did. Have you used gRPC? I read about it, but I didn't really use it. I'll be honest, I didn't really use it because as you can see, with the way I'm building the projects is first develop it, then optimize it. I didn't really have much time to explore new things, but one of the things which I would like to explore
Ankit
is the
says, how to handle multiple API at the same time on front end.
Why would you guys are confusing with front end and back end. Front end processing will be done on computers. So maybe I can answer your question, Ankit. Anyway, welcome to the stream. So I use this PM2 tool to do this. Previously, I had a site called Remind. I don't know if it's still up or not. Not this one. So previously, I had this website, currently not active. And then I had a browser extension, which is this, Excalibur. Apart from these two, there is another server. What is that? It's for generating UUID. I had my own thing. So everything was written in a single Node.js API. Of course, Typescript, but it was written in a single Node.js API. And I started, and this was hosted in my Raspberry Pi 02. I noticed this. When a request comes in, Node.js does its job and it sends the response. But if someone trying to visit from Remind and someone is trying to visit from browser, they're all going into the same pipeline and they are processed one by one. I was like, that's not the right one, but I didn't want it to make it too complicated, like split different APIs or split stuff. But PM2 was helping me. So it is specifically made by JavaScript and for JavaScript. So this is what it does. it restarts your process, and I could split my APIs into different modules. Advanced, there should be something like this. Daemon, multiple PM2s. So let's see. I can just give you a walkthrough. Where is it? So what I did in PM2, I have given that if any request comes from remind, basically it will make a clone of my Node.js API in 3 instances. And 3 different instances will act like a 3 different Node.js APIs. And whatever comes for remind, it will be going to the remind Node.js. And whatever comes from xcully, it will be going to the xcully. I don't remember what was the third server. It's a long time back. So that's PM. Vyron, welcome to the stream. I don't really know I can answer that question. PM2 same as AWS. Yes, it will. PM2 is a wonderful tool. It will let your Node.js to be run in the background. If your PC turns off and turns on again, it will spin up all those instances in the background. It's a wonderful tool, but it's a bit tedious to understand it first. You need to do changes, you need to save those PM2 files in a certain locations. But once you get a flow of it, it's easy and it does its thing. Yeah, I don't think those are the same. So AWS PM2 is completely different. So using this PM2, I did manage different instances of Node.js, but it's not really a load balancer. It would not spin more APIs if there is more load. It's just splitting those APIs. Yes, it does. It does. If there is an error, it would restart the server. I set up CI/CD using GitHub, and after I run the Node server, it doesn't exist. And then I came to know about PM2. PM2 is a wonderful tool. Yes, it does. If it crashes, it's going to, because mine crashed a ton of times, and it did really instantly. It would just restart it. But it also depends on your code. So when you restart, you have to write your code in certain way that if the API fails, when it restarts, it should not reinitialize everything again. Of course, API would be reinitialized. Let's say I'm pulling the data from database first, and then few files in the local files. So when restart happens, I should not be pulling those same things again, because that would cost me boot up times. This is a little bit advanced, so skip it. It would take like probably 1 to 2 seconds more, but to all Node people, I would like you to try this, because this gives you some basics of production level deployment. It does log your systems. Yeah, I think cluster mode is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Cluster mode, yeah, this is the one. So this is a single API, my node. It would split the same API into different nodes. But it's your job to tell it, okay, which one to use, which node API to use in cluster. So if you don't tell that, if you don't tell it to what API to use, it would just split randomly. It works fine, which is what I did. It works fine, but I just wrote some scripts so that all the reminds would be going to the remind section, because I'm using different databases, and sorry, I'm using the same database. I don't want same interactions to be done on a same row in a database. So that's one thing. So yeah, reload, this is the one. Graceful shutdown, this is another one. So you can try this cluster mode. So Node.js has an inbuilt cluster. So this is where you define your cluster rules, and the other one would just monitor and analyze, set up those clusters. It's going to use the default Node.js clusters. So I think I visited this site. So on error, you can do what needs to be done. On exit, you have to write your own rules. So you can write your own network ports, but I didn't really write a port-based listener. I wrote a route-based listener. I don't know that. I didn't really know how does that thing works, but I forgot round robin. Algorithm. I have no shame to admit that I totally forgot about it. A schedule and allocation of method where resources or tasks are distributed in a cyclic and rotating manner. These are like computer science basics, but I have done my graduation. I started my, it's been 9 years now. So I forgot some basics. Sorry about that. Hey, but I do know something, so don't hate me. So yeah, all the Node.js people, try using it. So what it does is it basically tries to utilize the most of your own hardware. So that means if I only run one Node.js instance, it's going to use one, like whatever the CPU I have, but it's not going to use all the other CPU cores because Node is single threaded. I am a front-end dev as well. I'm Angular and React developer. But currently the questions are talking about front-end, sorry, back-end, so that's where it is. I use Alpine.js, I use React, I use Node, Hugo. I use Temple for Go for like server-side rendering, and I use Angular at work. You didn't just ask anything. Thanks, Iconic. Thanks. Even I don't like that sound. He's about to. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what. I was actually about to write. Where was I? Yeah, I was about to make an API call, and then comes the load balancing question. I'm never gonna explain. I don't really like that sound as well, but it's fun. So this is what PM2 does. It tries to use all your CPU cores because Node is single threaded. But I don't have to follow the same technique in GoLang because GoLang would try to use all the CPU we gave it to it. Different ideas, different approach. Anyway, Ankit, welcome to the stream. You guys are free to use the speak command. I think Ankit used it. Wonderful. Oh, that was your first commit. You started using speak command. That means you watched my stream before. Funny Dead is not really watching the stream because he's from ethical hacking. I have to be honest, I never done hacking myself, so let's be honest. And then Wyden. Yeah, Wyden got his answers, I guess. We are about to do front end now, Ankit. So before going to front end, I'll say this. I am not a typical front end dev where I follow influencers or Instagram or YouTube patterns, what Theo, some other front end developers use. I would try to keep it in my own ways. I'm a junior Node dev. I'm thinking to switch. What can go for as per job market except ML? Java, Python, and Node. You already are Node, so it's fine. Java, Python. And after these two, learn some databases. After that, learn some cloud environments. AWS is a better way. Why? If you go into Azure, you have to work with Microsoft linked or Microsoft used companies. If you go with Java and AWS, you have a lot wider range of companies. I hope you understand. If you want a job, yeah, C++ is wait, you're talking about competitive programming? I thought that's C++. But I don't think C++ is a good choice to get a job. No, yeah, DSA is different from competitive programming. I'm not arguing with you. That's what I believe. DSA is like a skill. So if you learn DSA, you would think different. Competitive programming is the next of that. Yeah, it's the same. One is right. In order to survive in competitive programming, you have to have a DSA. Once you have DSA, there is no need for you to do competitive programming. You can just get job, unless you're trying for like massive, Amazon something companies. It's fine. Okay, let's write some code now. So let's dev. Yeah, that's fine. Takes the response. I think I need to write. I'm actually a big TypeScript nerd myself. So it will return all deals. It will return all these, then data. Data should be of D. Do I have a deal? What? I didn't create a single deal myself. I thought I have a deal here. This image, this is what I sent. Oh, so that means in the pipeline I will get a different type. Interface deal. This is a different deal and that's a different deal. So how can I keep it here? Let's keep it simple as of now. I'm not going to get a new name. So this follows the same deal as what we have here. Post deals, and this is what I have. It has almost the same thing, I guess. Yes, it would. But I'm not writing a package. There is a difference. I'm not writing a package. I would still not want to export this because this deal is different from this deal. Where the hell is it? Yeah, this deal has price base. These are the one it has, but whatever I have from backend is going to be a different deal. So this deal is different, that deal is different. So I can just say data deal, something like that, so that, or else I can write this. 1 second. Deal coming from backend will have a different structure to front-end deal, front-end payload deal. That's fine. So deal data will have basically this. So I would use this and just feed it to ChatGPT and say, oh, this is a different version. I don't need paid version for this. Where is it? Close it. Close it. Give me TypeScript version. I'm too lazy. Oh, do you want me to zoom? I didn't think this is too small. This is fine. Okay, is this fine? One question. App.ts code line has so much, but would it be better to readability if we do for prod? Readability. Are you a person who would want all code in one file? What the hell is that language? Which one? Ah, you are going to explain. I'm so sorry. I don't know. That's the old thumbnail, I guess. But I'm a Linux person myself. So the way the servers are being hosted are currently in Linux. So that's why I'm a big fan of Linux myself. I tried Linux a lot of times, but for some reason I have to come to Windows. Why? Video editing, streaming. My streaming PC, I really tried my best to keep it to Linux, but it wasn't possible. Let's answer Vyron. So without getting too complicated, if you're writing all your code in app.tsx file, which is totally fine. This is what I did. So initially I had all my app.tsx file, but don't try to, maybe even I did the same before. I tried to keep it clean every day, so that I would try to think about readability for some days. But for prod, that means you are working in a team. So depends on the team, you can come out with an output. So in my team, there are like 3 rules. We are not like a NASA level team where all function needs to be only 3 lines or 4. Those are not the case. But whatever can be reused, that needs to be placed in a certain place. And that place has the second rules. If it's component based, then keep it in the component. If it's in a parent component, which will be used by all the child components, then placed in the component. If it is a function which doesn't process data, those will be written in shared functions. If it is a function which processes data using an API, that will be placed in the service. Welcome to the stream, AJ. I don't know, Chamke Sitare Vargi. That seems like a North Indian language, and I have no idea. Byron, if you're not satisfied with the answer, let me know, because it's a complicated question. Readability is subjective, but yeah, keeping using a code patterns which is production ready is pretty simple. Everyone uses SRC files per page, each file. Some people hate Next.js routing system, like file-based routing system. Some people would definitely love it. So it's subjective, but depends on the team. If you're working in a team, then just follow what your team follows. I heard worse debating a file for a single field. Oh, I truly hate it. Yeah, I got it. What it means sometimes for me is hard to debug. That's why. So if it is hard to debug, so that means I had a similar problem before. Let's be honest. I accept that I tried to use a lot of YouTubers' way to write my file structure. And even I used to get lost. Where is this function? But then I wrote my own file structure. It worked. So I know where the file is, because there is something called mindset. So I know that if anything I see pipelines will be in the pipelines service, pipelines component, pipeline CSS, something like that. So for personal projects, I would keep it in that way. And it's so that for my helpful. But obviously in production, in Angular, I work with people who are like 20 plus developers. They're all full stack developers. They have their own mindsets. Some people write file names in a different way. Some people write a file names in a different way. Both file names follow the same, follow the standards. But I wouldn't write file name in that way. I can't really help it, but just use few more neurons to get to that file. I have almost 1 year of experience. How much backend should I know? I think I know more than enough for 1 year experience. Guy would know what concept that I would explore ahead. For 1 year, the market is currently changing. Wow, nice development. We are trying to integrate YOLO object detection on a web app. What is a YOLO object? I didn't even write a single code. I think the AI should be done. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, I have. This is what AI experience I have. The reason I'm speaking in English of all these streams is I'm currently recording this entire stream. I will send it to AI. I have a Olama Gamma 3B running in my PC. Once I stop my stream, it's going to process the video and generate clips, which eventually I will take them, edit few sections myself, and then post it on YouTube or Instagram. That was the idea. It works fine, but I don't really feel anything. How to understand others' code? It's just you have to study it. That's it. You have to study it. So imagine this is my code and you're reading it. So you should not read from top to bottom. You are a human. You're not this one. So in my project, in my company, this is what I would do. Imagine I'm working with reserves and I see a function which I couldn't understand. I would go to the function code and I would just see that function. I would not see the entire reserve API's code. That's not humanly possible, but that's how you should study. So you will see the function and you will get an idea. But if you didn't get an idea, I would just go to the console log or debugger and just put some debuggers and see what exactly that function is trying to do. I'm not talking about if conditions are for loop. Anyone can understand that. But there are some developers who write in a different way. They think in a different way. So they write some early returns at the first stops, but humanly it's easier to miss those early returns. And yeah. So imagine this. I have this function. There's currently there is nothing complicated in this, but you might miss this return statement and you think that, okay, this should come to this if condition, but it's not coming. Just run the function, put some debuggers and see what it's trying to do. That's the easiest way. But yeah, understanding some other people's code takes some skill and some time. Honestly, I don't understand my own code after like 6 months. It's universal. Don't really feel like it's only for happening for you. It's common. Okay, let's write some pipelines here. Yeah, it's going to be data deal. Yeah, it's universal flex. Someone disliked my stream. Hey, I have a really great plan. It would need a secure way to share videos that won't be downloadable and files and chat that won't be able to be copied, etc. What text tag would I need to use? I don't think that's possible, Iconic. Yeah, the idea is great. I understand. I don't think that's possible. Imagine big companies, Netflix, Google, Amazon, they try every day to stop people download, pirate stuff, but it's not possible. It's not really impossible because, but there are ways people find out, because everything is zeros and ones. Everything goes to your internet cable is zeros and ones. It's like light. So there is certain things which you can't really control, but you can make it difficult. So let's say if it's easy, 100 people will download. But if it's the more difficult you make it, less people will download. And after that section, then comes the legality. So whoever uploads that video to the internet first, that will be caught and they will face illegal charges. So that's one way. But even still, people bypass that. But there is no, follow this text tag and you should be good. There is no such way. Trust me, there is no such way. There are certain algorithms which were written. So in order for a video, let's say, normally you watch like 10 seconds and the next 10 seconds would be streamed. Iconic assembly is the way. There is something in the assembly, I think this is what it does. It would not send the video files, but it would just render the image every few milliseconds, but even that can be captured. There is a concept called whatever you send to front end, you lost the control of it. Unless you have a hardware which you control. So let's say there is this monitor I control, this is my PC. Unless the PC is yours, you cannot control it. Whatever you send to the front end is considered to be, that's it. Oh, thank you. Thanks. I'm fine. So yeah, let's write some code, guys. Let's write some code. So now I have all the deeds. What happens now is once I got all the deeds, we cannot control the web application. That's what I'm trying to say. So there is no way you can control it. There are tons of possible ways people extract content out of websites. I'm doing it from YouTube. I'm not web scraping, but I'm still doing it. Because those network calls happens in my internet, my router, my computer. YouTube cannot handle it. YouTube cannot monitor it. Unless I use Google Chrome, which is controlled by Google. But I'm not using Google Chrome. I'm using Firefox. And the moment you deploy that application, once it gets famous or popular, all other nerds or wizards would attack your website and try to see all the possible vulnerabilities. and they will eventually find one. And you're saying web, dude, there are massive things which are done in web. Just by using other browsers which are not controlled by Google, you can do a lot of very, awesome things. So now I have each deal. I need to collect pipelines. So for each, let's make this const pipeline IDs. It does. Imagine how much YouTube would try to avoid that. But they had, unless it's Google, even the Google browser, they can't really fully control it. Data.map, yeah, has it, and then I think I need to write set. Fine, and then I have all the pipe IDs. Then I have to populate. After this point, I don't really know how I don't really know a way to do that. So good at YouTube. I have been a proud user of YouTube Revanced for almost 6 years. Not even 6 years. It's been more than 9 years, I guess. Back in 2016, I found out about this new YouTube thing, but I'm still using YouTube Advanced till today. It's an awesome thing. I even donated some. I know. I see. All right. Yeah. I cannot just because I'm streaming. I can just start blabbering some things which doesn't even make any sense. So I would just say that I don't know, because I really don't know after that point. So just because I have a pressure that I have to keep you in my stream, I cannot just say some random things. That's the reason Funny, he has asked me what is the way to learn ethical hacking. I have never done that. So fine. Of course, I lost a viewer, but I'm not doing any business. And my intention was to keep like-minded people in my chat so that I can have a meaningful conversations. If someone comes and asks me, do you know belly dancing? And just to keep him entertained, I would say, yeah, I'm a belly dancer. How long would that work? I used an extension for downloading videos from a private Telegram channel. I tried YouTube DL and other stuff, won't able to download. Some guy reverse engineer somehow, like, you cannot make anything. Yeah, that's, once you get to that point where you challenge those developers or people that, hey, you can't download my videos, they would try their best to download it. That's how it works. Because everything can be reverse engineered. ChatGPT was able to be reverse engineered by China or DeepSeek R1. So fetch endpoints, all deals. This is how it works. It looks fine for me. I have all the pipelines. So now const deal, I guess. For each pipeline, I have to go over it. For const ID, pipeline ID here. Pipeline IDs for ID, yeah, that's fine. Console log ID, I don't need a console log ID, yeah. For this ID, I need to filter all the deals. Const deals equals to data dot filter deal with, no, that's not the one. Deal with automation ID will have this particular ID. Let's call it as pipeline ID. I think that's not needed, it's fine. Now I have all the deals. I need to create a map which holds it. Hey Jagdeep, welcome to the stream. Console, let's create like a pipe deal map. It will be a new map, that's totally fine. Let's create a const and then set pipe deal map set deals. That's totally perfect. Now use state. It's going to be map pipe deal. Let's say data map. Say data map. That's fine. It's going to be string and deal data. it's not going to be deal data, it's going to be deal data. Oh yeah, it's going to be an array of deal data, yes. What now? So now once everything is done, should be getting the idea of this. Yes, it should be good. And then we have to populate all those maps. So return this pipeline. Let's create. Oh, I think I'm supposed to create this. It is Copilot. No, it is not Copilot. It's Super Maven. There is no such thing as zero difficulty, but this is Ankit. If you've previously, when I tried to use 3JS and some other library, which I found like it's going to kill me because it's getting too difficult, just clear your mindset and say these things to yourself. It's just a program. It will never hurt you. It will only do whatever you tell it to do, so that you will get some courage and do it. Don't feel afraid about the syntax. Don't look at the code and feel, oh my god, what is this? Looks scary. Don't be afraid of that. Coming to the point, I have never done web containers myself, but I have confidence I will be able to do it when I really need it to. I have 6 months back, I have never run an LLM in my PC, but I'm running it. 6 months back or 1 year back, I never did GoLang, but I'm doing it. So I have full confidence that if time comes, I'll be able to run it. Are you using Copilot or running locally? No, this is called Super Maven. It's a wonderful extension. This is enough for any developer. You don't really need what is that? Claude? Yeah, you don't really need that advanced AI browsers that would ruin your creativity, but this is fine. So Super Maven would just give you some basics. This is the one. Cursor. So Super Maven would just give you like basic functions which you would normally write every day. If you know how to write it, it's just does it thing so that you can enjoy your developer experience. So now I have the pipeline. I am supposed to, return deal. So data map. This is not a data map. Why does it say for each? Data map is a. Yeah, this is free. This is free. So use. This is a wonderful extension. I would really suggest it. What do you think about this whole AI replacing software engineer? It's happening. That's for true. It's happening. We just have to use this AI and speed up ourselves. That's the simplest way I can tell. Pipeline IDs. We can say pipe IDs. Short set pipe IDs. It's going to be, yeah, it's a set of string. Yes, wonderful. See, I can just look at the code. If it's right, I'm just going to do it. But even using this, I forgot some basic syntax, which is a side effect I get. What is this extension? I just saw it now. Super strange. I was working on a project that used to generate GIFs whenever a token being posted to a Telegram channel and posted to Twitter. The GIF makes me so sad. I hate that process. Took me 1 hour just to create template. I did similar. When someone donates on my YouTube's live stream, I would generate a certificate that will be posted in Discord, as well as that will be shown here inside the OBS screen for 2 to 3 seconds. It's doable. I don't know why you're feeling some things takes time, Creo. Some things takes time, but the next time you do it, it will be faster. Trust me. For the first time I did React for a single small thing, it took me a whole day to just set up the application. But now things get better. But if you don't do it now, the next time you do it, it's going to take 2 hours. So imagine this, you're slowly making steps. So don't just expect that you would do that in 30 minutes. So I will tell you an honest story. I used to do a lot of projects before I get a job, and I was so hated myself that I have done all these projects myself, but I couldn't still get a job. Is it really worth it to do all these projects? But then after I got my job, I was using whatever skills I got by doing these projects, and I was thankful that I did those projects earlier because I was fast at my work. Yeah, it's fine, Jagdeep. You are the CEO, so whatever you say, you have to say yes. Now I finished my breakfast. So Krisho, don't feel discouraged. Things takes time. Let it take time. What are you losing? If you don't do it, you'll have a guilt feeling later. Maybe that's an architecture issue. That's an architecture issue. So maybe you need to redesign your application once. That might take days, but that can save hours in future changes. Just like in my Go application, previously for any little change, for any, let's say you want to add me a command of something, I have to redeploy my old GoLang server. I realized that that's a bad architecture. So I fixed it. It took me time, but now I don't even have to redeploy my application. I just update the database, trigger an API call that would refetch the database files. It would be done. So if you think like changes are taking it more time, then you have to reconsider of your architecture. By the way, I don't know, I don't face some inconvenience in day-to-day life, so I don't know what projects to make. So I just shoot blind arrows. It's fine. Maybe that can hit a really good project. It was a company project. Then try to think as a business wise. So tell them it takes time. That's it. Just tell them that for a change, I need to do all these. So it takes time. Just say it. Don't give more explanation than that. So this is what I would do if my BAs ask me, why does it take 8 hours? I would tell them, these are the things I need to do. I would not tell them how to decrease that 8 hours. I would tell them it takes 8 hours. This is some corporate things you need to learn. If you tell them I could have done this in 4 hours if I had this, they would want you to do that. So just say it takes 8 hours because of this. When they specifically ask you, is there any way you can fix it, you can make it, you can say that I can write this, but that alone can take 16 hours. But after writing that, this task can take 4 hours in the future. I hope you understand the concept. Some people are just dumb, they don't understand things. So don't argue with them, just tell them it takes this time to make this much. I'm so sorry that you are working in such a company where that's how it is, but yeah. I have the pipeline IDs, so there is an ID and data.my.deal. Yeah. Basically, that's perfect. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, yes, it can be undefined. It should be a type string. There is no doubt in that. Expected a comma? Why would it have a comma? Is a set of string. Cool. Nice advice. What is the syntax for array of? There is a set to an array in JavaScript, in TypeScript. There is a it says array from, not array of. I think it's Python which has array of or something like that. Does it not work or what? Why does it say quick fix now? Expecting a comma. I don't understand. It still says expected this. Am I missing something? Am I writing Angular? Oh, I'm writing Angular inside React. My bad, my bad. Now it would work fine. Now it would work fine. Yeah, I fixed it. So in Angular, we use double brackets. Honestly, I didn't look at the chat. I just realized that, yeah, I have used double carrels, I guess. Yeah. In Angular, we use double carrels. There are certain keywords in your code that I don't think I will be able to use in the next 5 weeks or so. Why? Angular is really lovely framework. It does certain things in its own ways and you can't really change it. But it's like they have designed it such a way because they experimented in a lot of different ways and they decided to do it in that way. But if you do things in Angular way, the application works fine. Oh, you started using Nest.js. How do you feel? I didn't understand your concept, Iconic. What does it mean that you cannot use it in the next 5 weeks or so? There are certain keywords in your code that I don't think I'll be able to use it in next 5 weeks. Well, I have basic keywords. I'm learning JavaScript. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. JavaScript is a different language. Don't compare it with Python, Go, or Java. JavaScript was developed with a different mindset. I used to do. I enjoy backend. I enjoy frontend as well. But there is some things which I don't really. I love if I would be good at it, which is UI design. Yes, it's a library. Yes. Yeah, we can say it's a library. Yes. That's the thing. Nest.js is a good thing. So, but you have to do it in Nest.js way only. You should try to do things again with Next.js kind, or you want to do something else which that framework was not really made for. Then you will face issues. But Nest.js is a wonderful thing. Most people, I say it is as an underrated framework. Probably they didn't really advertise it much. It's been like 4 years. I did use it for my college project, but it was a complex project. I didn't really use it. Then I realized that that's a wonderful framework. It's not best framework, but it's a wonderful framework. They just stopped marketing that framework. But if they did, I think it would be a wonderful tool. But I don't think that will last long because we have Dino, we have Bun. But those are like runtimes unless they come up with their own framework. But Nest.js was specifically made for Angular. That's the thing. Nest.js was like, if you're coming from Angular, then you would feel like as if it's a home. Because they have the same decorator-based, things. It's the same. I don't really care about icons, so no. But one thing I really want is the color. So we can see for Go, I have this green color so that I can, when I'm switching, I can easily find my Go things. That's one thing I would really need. Other than that, I don't care. Oh, guys, it's almost 1 p.m. I didn't do anything. Yeah, it's 1 p.m. You can actually see the time right here. Yeah, icons. There are different kinds of icons, so it's fine. Oh. says data is undefined. Strange. Because I don't have the DB file, I guess. Did I get an output or something? No, that's fine. I think I got an error. Let's see. Where is get deals? I don't see any get deal. Strange. I do not see any get deals at all. Is it even running? It does run. Cannot read the property of null, reading map. So this is basically null. If data equals to null, return. But why would it be null? Is it possible that it is null? Deals. Maybe my API is wrong. Go to my API endpoints. Get deals will return a JSON of all deals. What am I getting in deals? Select all from table name. What is the table name? It's deals. Yeah. Then do I not have all these? Get deals. What is the API for that? Oh, it's deals. Yeah, I have deals. Let's use this API instead. There's no rest. Okay, now I have deals. Okay, that's fine. I have information. Cool. Probably my database is not being corrected inside this one. It's fine. Where's the pipeline? I have the pipeline. I have all the logs. Do I have the logs? Yes. I have 6 deals. Okay, and then we have a pipeline which would say return and deal map. Of deal, it's going to say deal title. Where is the title? This should be the title. And for each map, I need to return something. It's not a backend issue. Yeah, backend issue, but I have deleted my database before, and there are no deals inside that database. That's why I'm getting it null. But I am using my prod database, which has deals, so that's why. Return key is going to be deal ID. It takes some time to fetch those deals, yeah. Or else I can save it for local testing. I will just, okay, this is working fine. So what I would do, instead of API, I would just return this. Why am I getting this in a different color? It's fine, it's my own database. Let's make it work. So why am I not getting any object here? It's 0. Deal if dot get dot id. Oh, it's a deal ID. We'll just save yes. I can save that payload, but it's fine for now. Let's see what is the ID I'm getting. Am I not getting any data here? seriously think I'm not getting enough. I'm not storing inside the map. Yeah, that's UUIDs, yes. I use UUIDs as my deal IDs. Yeah, we can see there are no IDs for these. So source, network, deals. I'm zooming it in so that you guys can see. Oh, where is the automation ID? This is the automation ID. But why do I see this one? Is there a C72? There is no C72, C72, C72. There's nothing. C72. Do we have C2? No. Do we have C2? No. What's happening? Oh my god. Oh, yes. So again, yeah, I have two pipelines and these are all those pipelines. It's fine. So I can redesign those things. That's what I would normally use. So no need these console logs anymore, and we can skip this as this is working fine. I would just feed it to ChatGPT. How can I have a copy of API response so I don't really need to make a call? I don't really know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I have all the deals based on these. So I don't need the images. All I need to do is the fetch the automation ID, and along with that, I need to copy paste the deals. So in order to do that, I wouldn't need the images for deal ID, and this is the deal ID, and then we have the deal, and it will say all the deals. Okay, that's fine. And then we have to write some styles here. What are you trying to build? That's actually a good question. So I would like to have a pipeline and all the deals inside that pipeline. Something like that. So the pipeline is the pipeline ID, automation ID. For each automation ID, there will be 1, 2, 5, or 6 deals. I would like to get all those deals. So I don't, as this React application is only going to be used by me, I don't really have to make it good looking. So for a deal ID, for the deal title, I would have span and say deal affiliate. In this way, this is what I would really wanted. So for a given pipeline, these are all the 3 deals, and we can see these. So what exactly? Do you know what project am I doing? I think you're new to the channel, that's why. Cool. Let's start explaining again. This will take some time, so I'm warming up. In India, I have an affiliate account from Amazon, and I'm currently hand-picking deals and posting it to Instagram, fully automated. So I pick my deals, I feed it to my GoLang using React. The GoLang would do its magic and then trigger a make.com API call, and that would fetch the video which I generated, developed by Python. It will take that video, upload it to the Instagram as a reel, add some captions, everything, and that stuff is fine. Then comes the challenge. Until yesterday, I didn't know that I cannot add links to captions. That's the reason Instagram people would ask to, comment down something. That's what I have to do. You got my point? So now as a human, I would like to see a pipeline and all the links so that I can copy those links and paste it myself. This is just for me. Just for me. So for a given pipeline, instead of this, I would just... Not at all. Oh, okay. It's like all your affiliated. Yes. The thing is working. I can give you an example now. It works fine. It works fine. Definitely works fine. Yes. It uses React, GoLang, Python, and make.com. In future, if make.com... Hey, anyway, Niranjan, welcome to the stream. I didn't understand lol, not at all. Did I speak something garbage, or do you feel like I make no sense? Anyway, welcome to the stream. Reeling Mama is my bot, which is also developed by me. There are cool things you can do in my stream. Oh, probably. For what were you saying that? Because I try to speak as truthfully and experienced wise. I wouldn't just say things just because I'm streaming and I'm expected to talk things. Yes. So now the next step is to build an a Node.js based easy to install things. I would like to build that using Facebook Business API, and people would comment on my reels, and I would comment them back stating that DM me this link 101, and I can send all those affiliate links for that particular automation in their DMs. This is the only way I see it. Someone disliked my stream. Was there any reason? Oh, I'm getting sweaty. Just a minute, guys. Someone liked my stream. Standing desk is actually quite fun. How long has it been? It's been 2 hours. I got a like again. Thanks for the like, guys. How many likes do I have? 11 at least. Someone is like liking and disliking just to have fun, I guess. So just a request, do not dislike too often because YouTube thinks I'm doing something bad. If you really want to try this dislike animation, just say... So you can just remove the like instead of disliking. Is there anything on share too? What do you mean share? The Instagram share? Well, not really. I didn't really think of it until now. So my idea is, after posting the reel, posting the reel is working fine. I would have a new API, probably the same GoLang API. Would just, when someone responds to my reels, they would be posting something, and I would just say, if you're looking for the links, DM link 101. What do you mean by 101? So each pipeline will have its unique pipeline count, I guess, and that will be used. I don't really use Instagram or Twitter or any other social media platform that often, so I don't understand. YouTube stream? I don't think so. If you stream, if you share my channel, I don't think I would know about it. Niranjan, thanks for the like. Let's go back. I don't understand what you wanted to talk about, and I don't understand what I am. My guy is to invest on pipeline. Is this some insider's joke which I don't understand? I'm talking about YouTube share. So yeah, for YouTube share, I don't think I can really track it because I'm not using YouTube official API. So there is no way I can get it. So yeah, whoever is disliking, do not press the dislike button. Remove the like and like it again. That's much more helpful for you so that we can have fun, and it will be helpful for me on my channel so that YouTube won't think like something's bad is going to happen. Just a request. That's it. If you genuinely dislike, just tell me what you dislike so that I can improve that. So I have all the links, so span, this is the one title, and then it has the link. I don't really need a link, I just need this one for a given pipeline. Yeah, that's fine. So what should I do now? Thanks for joining. Respect. Thanks for joining, Creo. Hope you have a good day, night. I don't need Jota, this seems fine. The problem now, the main thing what I would love, I like to do is assign link ID for each automation. How would I do that? So the moment I get an API response, like post deals, I would like to assign something to it. So let's generate. I'm also working on personal project. If it goes anywhere good, we'll love to get a review from you. I would love to leave a review. What languages do you primarily use? I use GoLang, Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, and yeah, those are the basic things I would normally use. I would write some batch scripts, but very minimal, like one-time things. And I'm not, I use Java for work, but I don't really use Java for personal projects. I'm not a C, C++ dev. What are other languages? Never wrote a single line in, like, never wrote any project in Rust. I tried it. I felt Go is better for me. Yeah, kind of same Postgres Express here. I have a lot of cool projects. So BlazingBane is one of my projects. It handles all my streams. It handles you guys. If you can control what appears on my face. You can control the layout of the OBS. Yes, it is easier to learn, but it is complex language. Whatever you see and you anticipate the output, that would not be the real output. I'm not talking about simple if conditions, but like when the moment you start using async awaits, you cannot predict to the 100% that this is going to be the output. JavaScript does some weird things. But just understand this, that a computer is never wrong. So if you see an output which you think it's wrong, then something is wrong inside the code, not inside the language. Yes. Something like this. If you're making an API call and the API call works fine, you're seeing the output in the network log, but for some reason the output in the console logs are null or undefined. That means you might be thinking JavaScript is not working. No, maybe you forgot to put a dot then, maybe you forgot to put an await. Those are the things which what people hate on JavaScript on, but once you get a basic understandings of how to use such things, it's going to be a fun language. And use TypeScript. Once you start with JavaScript, then switch to TypeScript. It will save you a lot of things. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, cool. So let's, yeah, deals.go. So for each pipeline, I would like to 100% easier, yes. It's easier. GoLang is easier than C++, Rust. What other language? Zig. Yes. It is harder than Python. It is, yeah, that's true, but Python is a completely different language. But I am using Python and Go as combined for this project. The video generation will be done using Python, but GoLang is basically a controller. Thanks for joining, Iconic. Hope you left a like. Then go. Hope you did it. If not, it's totally fine. If you didn't like my streams. Okay. Node.js for backend. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So Node.js is a single-threaded language. It does server-side rendering, but it can only process one thing at a time. So you need to manage certain node instances by yourself in order to take a full advantage of it. Doesn't matter what CPU are you using, if you're not letting your Node.js, basically you need more Node.js clusters in order to use all your CPU to process the request. If you're only using one, it's going to be slow. Node.js is actually faster than PHP at least, so you're in a good hands. It is faster per request, but it would only process one request at a time. I'm not really an offline video person, but even if you go back like I think 4 or 5 months, I did the entire this project during live streams. So, but I think I have made it open sourced. Is it? Yeah, it's public. So this is the project I'm using. Yeah, 6 months, 9 months back. Yeah. This is. I don't think you have the entire code which I'm using right now. This is the only things which I'm using. Alerts is the backend. Batch script is just for a cron job. Bot is the server which is running in my gaming PC. And Node Playwright is the also instance, a helper instance, which is this. So bot is nothing but this. And Playwright instance is nothing but this. And my GoLang, which sits in my Raspberry Pi, is alerts. And that talks to my streaming PC. OBS, using OBS and streamer bot API responses. The code is free. It's posted. I'm too lazy to write a documentation for this. Thanks for joining. Hope you subscribed. You have 20 points now. Let's see. Niranjan Chaudhary. Yeah, I have a record of you now. So whenever you come back, you should be seeing this. Oh, you have 10 points. Oh, your name has 20. I thought you had 20 points. My bad. Let's see Ankit's. This is Ankit. Yeah, he has 11 points. These are all new people I got today. Interesting. Hope you guys subscribe. It'll help me. Cool. Okay, let's continue. So yeah, let's assign an ID for this. It's almost 1:30. I have to go for lunch. I'm starving. Reload. What is the time in India? It's still 11. We can turn back time. So I need to set a link for this automation. But how should I get it? So basically I need to maintain a counter. So database, let's create a new table, I guess. So this is a table, counter. Counter table is counter, and we have to write a new table. Create table if doesn't exist. This is the one, and I will make a copy of it. Create counter table if doesn't exist. Create divs table. That's fine. I don't really. So if table gear doesn't exist, and it should be saying instead of this, can I use string interpolation? It's fine. This is one thing I don't really enjoy in GoLang is it's for string interpolation. It's too difficult to do that. Let's try doing that. fmt.string here, draw away with this. Okay. Okay, so drop table if existed. I don't really want to drop it. So create a table if does not exist, counter, and there is no primary ID for it, so it will be link counter. it will have a number. What is it an int? Integer primary key? There is no primary key inside. Let's create like an ID, integer primary key account increment. Yeah, that's fine. So this will be used in counter. Yeah, that's fine, totally fine. Table grade counter. Okay. Temp. Let's try to use the fmt dot, or else I will ask ChatGPT how to exactly do that. How to do string interpolation. I think I can write a helper function to do this. I'm using can I write a helper function? I would like to have string interpolation kind of functionality. Yes, in GoLang you can actually write it in. Okay. How to do that? That's basically not the point I'm saying. Okay. I would pass in the content in this way. Some text plus some text parameter, some text parameter. Is it possible? Yes. It's numbers too. Okay, this function seems fine. Utilities function string interpolation. No, it's string. You can say. I think there should be a GoLang GitHub string interpolation. Proposal GoLang string. No, I got excited. I think GoLang had. This is the documentation. No need to pass the simple string interpolation for GoLang. Interpose anything in an easier way. Now usage. So print. This is exactly what I want. If there is a package, I hope that is well maintained, I guess. If not, I can make a PR for this. Putting, let's make 3 years. String interpolation. Simple string interpolation for GoLang. Interpolate anything. What is the function? ESI.go. What does it take? I don't really talk about my professional company's name, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm from US. I am from US. This is YouTube is completely different from what I do for work, so I don't really want to talk about my personal work life, LinkedIn especially. Maybe in future I would definitely do it, but not as of now, because so many people don't know that I'm doing this. I don't want my colleagues to know that I'm streaming, etc. So that's a different story. So print, what is it taking? It is. It's basically doing this. It's kind of write string. But what is a type? What if it's a type of number? Let's stick to this. Assume other values should be coded variable strings. Oh, it actually does its type as well, so that's fine. Interpolated SQL. Okay. So interpolated SQL, where is it? Database and yep. Temp equals to utils dot interpolated. Am I not using the same package? Yeah, I'm using the same package, so this is not needed. Interpolated SQL, and it should be saying create table if not exists, and there should be link counter table name. Yeah. Create table, it does not exist, and it will have see, that should work fine, I guess. We have this execute temp, and then what? Okay, error creating a table. V. What does percentile V mean? Used to functions like printf for printing values in their default format. Oh, wonderful. I didn't know about this. That seems good. Okay, so string for S, D for numbers, and V, I think it's V is perfectly fine. So can I use this? Can I use this as a normal string interpolation, or do I have to only use this for SQL? Interpolate. This sound function seems fine. Oh, so deals, let's work with this now. So inside deals, there should be a driver now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call a main function once that is done. So once I have this, where is database? Database.go. This means I should be having a table now. So function link counter, or we can say like last used. Last use count, that's perfectly fine. Thanks guys, thanks for the like. Now I would need the table names or column names for this. Counter, I don't think so. But we need to change how we write the code, that's definitely for sure. Const, we create something like this, and we create, I would need an ORM so bad in Go, but that's not really working fine, I guess. That's not really totally possible. Am I getting any people watching my? Why am I going to account view channel? Yes. Well, not many are watching. I have 12 likes so far. So that's fine. Yeah, that's the thing is, but you have to start using AI. If I don't use AI, I would think I would still need a lot more time to do this project. But with AI, it's a lot easier. I got the SQL now. That's totally fine. I have the string interpolation, and this thing is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I would need like a collection of so const. Let's say link table counter column link counter. So I would be using this here. So here, instead of last used link, it should be last encounter. It should be last used link. Finally got a subscriber. Thank you so much, AJ. Thank you so much. It feels good. It finally feels good. Thank you. Celebrate. Someone dislike my stream. Why would anyone do that? It's fine. So if you're trying to get those animations for like and dislike, so do not dislike, just remove the like, and so that YouTube doesn't think I'm doing something wrong, penalize my channel. I think I have to remove dislike animation. In order to get dislike animation, people are disliking my stream, and that is causing my channel to not being shown for others. I think that's what really happens. Gotta do something. It's okay. See? Function get last used count. No, last used count is equals to any query. Yeah, something like that. Last used count. Is this the right column name? Yes. Thanks for the like. Where ID is one, right? I don't think I need a where statement here. It should only be one column. Scan the JSON from the database. Okay. I don't need these. I don't need these. AR scan for last database, and we should return null. So far, so good, I guess. Now get update. Not get, sorry. Function update last use count. Update counter plus last use count. Yes. And it should take the count of the number. Yes. So it should basically just do a +1. It should not take the number. It should be taking a +1. So get last use counter. How about this? Every time I pull this ID, it would be generating a new one anyways. And let's don't over-engineer things. So count equals to get last use count. That's it. Yeah, it should not take any parameters. Oh yeah. That's totally fine. And then what? Now I'll do a count plus and I'll just update the count. So far so good. I got the last used count and I have the updated count. Generate new last use count, it would be just do this, get the last use count, and then it will return this number. So once I have these, I think it should be doing everything inside the same function. So it gets the last use count and it would return this count plus plus and then insert into table column. No, it should not insert, it should get updated. Okay, that's totally fine, I guess. -1 shouldn't be a right number. That's the main idea. So if I get -1, that means it didn't work. That's the intention. So now I have get last used. So we should not be able to use this. So it's a private function. We should only be able to use this. So I'm bringing all that as a private function, so that other packages or the files from other packages should not be able to use it. But can I use it? Function get. Does it work fine? Oh, I'm not. Okay. I can use it inside the package, but I cannot use it inside this one. Right. If that's how GoLang works, then that's how GoLang works. So inside APIs, all I have to do now is just get link count equals to utils dot get. I think it's internals dot generate a new used count. What's happening? If error not nil, error, that's fine. Link counter. So for each deal payload, this is deal data and payload equals to deal automation. Now I'm supposed to save those links IDs somewhere. Where am I doing it? Save event, those are all events. Extract price and discount. Okay, that's fine. I'm not really using those things anyways. So deals price and map block structure, that's fine. And then where am I updating the database? For deal, yeah, this is where I'm doing. Okay. For deal, this is the deal, this is the deals, this is the deals, this is the deals. So it will have. Or maybe I can have. I'm losing my mind. Link count. I think link count is totally fine. Yeah. Even if the user misspells things, the number needs to be the right one. I think that's the perfect architecture. And then insert link, it's going to be the link. Link count. Totally fine. Totally fine. So link count should also be updated here inside database. Link count. Where's it? Pipeline. Pipeline IDs. I have assigned the link numbers, so now that means each deal is going to have its own link count, so that if user want to see get all the certain links, I can just mention that. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Automation ID is important, deal ID is important, that's important. All of water. Why is no one watching? I'm still streaming. People should be watching. Is anyone watching, or should I go get some lunch? The time is 11:30. I expected people to watch because it's weekend. So I'll wait for a minute. If I didn't get any response, I would take it as a sign that I can stop my stream and go. So I would need to write some notes actually. Money is just 2 hours అయింది. Yes, yeah. But 2 hours అయింది. 2 hours, almost 2 hours 40 minutes, so 3 hours అనుకోవచ్చు. నేను యాక్చువల్ కొంచెం లేట్ స్టార్ట్ చేసిన, కొంత మళ్ళీగా స్టార్ట్ చేయాల్సింది. ఇట్స్ 2 PM. ఏదైనా తింటా, ఒక కప్పెడ్ ఓట్స్ తిన్న తప్పితే ఇంకేం లేదు. మళ్ళీ వచ్చి స్ట్రీమ్ చేస్తే మీరు చూస్తారా? చూడరు అంటే చేయకపోవడం బెటర్. లాస్ట్లో పెద్ద అర్థం కాలేదు. ఉండవుతా. నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు ఆ మెసేజ్. ఇట్స్ ఫైన్, 2 hours ఇట్స్ ఫైన్. వెళ్ళి లంచ్ చేసేస్తా, వచ్చి స్ట్రీమ్ ఛానల్ ఏదో తెలీదు. స్ట్రీమ్ అయితే నడుస్తుంది, స్ట్రీమ్ అయితే చేస్తా, చూస్తే ఓకే. సో అంటిల్ దెన్, సీ యూ. Bye bye.